In a surprise that shook global diplomacy, Chinese President Xi Jinping skipped the 17th BRICS Summit. His absence sparked questions of political change in Beijing and a deeper shift in China's leadership. Is this a signal of power transition or simply Xi turning inward amid economic and party pressures? Let's understand. Xi Jinping missed BRICS for the first time since becoming president in 2012. Beijing, however, officially stated that Premier Li Qiang would represent China due to scheduling conflicts. But experts say the excuse hides deeper internal troubles rocking Beijing's leadership. China's economy is in a slump. Profits dropped, real estate is collapsing, and trade war tensions have returned. U.S. President Donald Trump's tariff threats now target $440 billion in Chinese exports. A weakened economy may be forcing Xi to focus on restoring domestic stability. Adding to the intrigue, Xi vanished from public view for 2 weeks this May with no explanation. Such disappearances are rare for the Chinese leader and fuel talk of internal power struggles. In June 2025, the CCP's Politburo held a meeting to review new regulations concerning the management of party institutions. This meeting, which included a collective study session, focused on strengthening the party's comprehensive and strict governance by improving work style and establishing long-term mechanisms for addressing issues like the four wins. Some insiders suggest that Xi could step back into a ceremonial role or even retire. For years, Xi was seen as president for life, centralizing power across China's institutions. Now he appears to be delegating, pulling back from daily control, but keeping strategic influence. Xi's absence from BRICS also highlights growing disunity within the bloc itself. The group expanded in 2024 but lost coherence, with diverging interests and rival foreign agendas. China may no longer see BRICS as an effective tool for its geopolitical goals. Brazil's push for climate, trade reform, and health initiatives may clash with Beijing's strategy. Meanwhile, the anti-corruption campaign has reached China's top military command. Miao Hua, a top military figure, was dismissed for serious violations of discipline last month. He is the 8th member of the powerful Central Military Commission, removed under Xi's rule. Even Xi's hand-picked generals and ministers are now falling under corruption investigations. Defense ministers, rocket force heads, and aerospace leaders have all been purged recently. These scandals raise doubts about Xi's ability to control the military and select loyalists. The timing is key. China's August CCP Central Committee plenum may reveal whether Xi stays or steps down.
First, 2 announcements. At the invitation of Premier of the State Council Li Qiang, Australian Prime Minister Albanese will pay an official visit to China from July the 12th to the 18th. Member of the Political Bureau of the CPC Central Committee and Foreign Minister Wang Yi will attend the China-ASEAN Foreign Ministers Meeting and the ASEAN Plus 3 Foreign Ministers Meeting, the East Asia Summit Foreign Ministers Meeting, and the ASEAN Regional Forum Foreign Ministers Meeting in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia from July the 10th to the 11th. Now the floor is open.
发言人好，新华社记者提问：近日。
Xinhua News Agency recently, Premier Li Qiang attended the 17th BRICS Summit in Rio de Janeiro. Could you share more details? Given the current complex and severe international landscape with rising unilateralism and protectionism, how does China view the significance and prospects of BRICS cooperation? From July the 6th to the 7th, Premier Li Qiang attended the 17th BRICS Summit in Rio de Janeiro. He pointed out that transformations unseen a century are accelerating in the world. International rules and order face serious challenges, and the authority and efficacy of multilateral mechanisms are weakening. The The global governance vision of extensive consultation and joint contribution for shared benefits proposed by President Xi Jinping holds even greater value and relevance. All parties need the spirit of equality and respect to enable more extensive consultation, united and collaborative actions to enhance our joint contribution, and wholehearted embrace of others' success as our own to expand shared benefits. Standing at the forefront of the global south, BRICS countries should uphold independence and strive to be the pioneering force in advancing global governance reform, uphold justice and safeguard world peace and tranquility, focus on development and bolster the driving forces of economic growth, and uphold exclusiveness and promote exchanges and mutual learnings among civilizations. Greater BRICS cooperation should uphold and practice multilateralism, build an open world economy, enhance international financial cooperation, and unlock new promising areas of economic growth. It should oppose unilateralism and protectionism and keep the industrial and supply chains stable and smooth. The Rio de Janeiro Declaration, the Statement on Global Governance of AI, and the Climate Finance Framework Declaration were adopted. China would like to take this meeting as an opportunity to continue to uphold the BRICS spirit, work hand in hand with BRICS countries to promote our shared values, safeguard our common interest, and facilitate solidarity-driven collective advancement, make global governance more just, equitable, effective, and orderly, and join hands in building a better world shared by all. Next one, please.
AFP. According to reports, Italian police arrested a Chinese national for having connection with a hacker group which tried to steal secrets about the COVID vaccine. What's your comment?
I'm not familiar with the specifics. Let me stress more broadly that China is a firm defender of cybersecurity and the biggest victim of hacking attacks. We oppose ill-intentioned attacks against China under the excuse of cyber issues, firmly opposes induced arrests against Chinese citizens under this excuse. We ask Italy to take concrete actions to safeguard the lawful rights and interests of relevant Chinese citizens.
谢谢发言人。北京青年报记者提问：中方刚刚发布了澳大利亚总理阿尔巴尼斯访华的消息，发言人能否再介绍一下此访的背景情况和中方期待？
阿尔巴尼斯总理此访正值中澳全面战略伙伴关系开启第二个时期，在两国领导人的引领和双方共同努力下，中澳关系不断改善发展。中方愿同澳方一道，以此访为契机，加强沟通，增进互信，拓展务实合作，推动中澳全面战略伙伴关系向前发展。
expand practical cooperation and further advance the comprehensive strategic partnership.
下一个问题。
Next one, please.
谢谢发言人。总台华语中心记者提问：中方刚才发布了王毅外长出席中亚合作年度系列外长会的消息。
Attendance at the upcoming ASEAN Plus Foreign Ministers meeting. How does China view the current state of East Asia cooperation and what's China's expectation? In recent years, East Asia cooperation has generally maintained the momentum of steady advancement. Countries in this region have engaged in cooperation featuring equality, mutual respect, mutual benefit, and openness and inclusiveness. This has enabled progress, facilitated regional integration, and benefited the people. In the meantime, the international landscape is experiencing more instability and rapid change, as well as rising unilateralism and protectionism, posing unprecedented challenges. China hopes that through the upcoming meetings, parties will be able to build more consensus, focus on development and cooperation, and prepare for the leaders' meeting later this year. China firmly upholds ASEAN centrality, stands ready to advance the China-ASEAN Free Trade Area 3.0 upgrade, and foster an even closer China-ASEAN community leadership future. China looks looks forward to working with regional countries to uphold true multilateralism and open regionalism, defend free trade and multilateral trading system, promote the Asian values of peace, cooperation, openness, and inclusiveness, implement RCEP with higher quality, and develop a model of security for Asia featuring security for all, seeking common ground while sharpening differences and dialogue and consultation, and together build a peaceful, safe and secure, prosperous, beautiful and amicable home in Asia. On July the 5th, Marco Rubio released a statement on the website of the Department of State and on his social media to celebrate the 14th Dalai Lama's 90th birthday, was China's comment. Sizang affairs are purely China's internal affairs, which brook no external interference. As is widely known, the 14th Dalai Lama is not a pure religious figure, but a political exile engaged in anti-China separatist activities under the cloak of religion. He and the so-called Tibetan government in exile are in no position at all to represent the people in Sizang, still less decide the future of Sizang. Under the CPC guidelines for governing Sizang in the new era, Sizang enjoys economic prosperity and social harmony and stability. Its culture and traditions are protected and promoted. Rights and freedoms of people from all ethnic groups, including freedom of religious belief and freedom to use and then develop their own spoken and written languages, are fully protected. The world can clearly see that, and the U.S. is in no position to point its fingers at China. We urge the U.S. to be fully cognizant of the importance and sensitivity of Xizang-related issues, see clearly the anti-China separatist nature of the Dalai Group, honor the commitments the U.S. has made to China on issues related to Xizang, stop meddling in those issues, and stop sending any wrong signal in any form to the Tibet independence forces.
President Donald Trump issued letters again threatening key trading partners with high tariffs, though he delayed increasing those duties until August 1st. Would the ministry like to comment on this broad tariff action by Trump? And do you have any update on the status of trade talks between China and the U.S.? Thanks.
On tariff hikes, China's position is consistent and clear. Tariff war and trade war have no winners, and protectionism hurts the interests of all. You're paying more attention to China-U.S. trade talks. On that, I'd refer you to competent authorities.